all right, if we come back to the self-love, because when we value ourselves, we are feeling good. We are creating happiness. We are creating inner security. We are creating security in general. We're creating a positive outlook, and we are growing. We're also looking at what are we wanting to balance this life out. What are my expectations? What are my dreams? Where do I want to be? So we start setting a boundary, a new boundary. We start setting terms and conditions for what we are wanting to receive, because as we are receiving, we are giving. So our whole viewpoint of life will and should change. At the end of the day, with a positive outlook, we are going to close the circle with that positive, with the ultimate. We are not saying that you won't have ups and downs, but we are saying basically it's how you handle things. It's being reasonable, understanding, compassionate, being honest and truthful with yourself. And the moment you got that self-truth, the self-honesty, the self-love, because remember, it's like we got a chain. Every chain has got a link, and every link will interact, and this chain goes on. So experiences will repeat from time to time, and we'll definitely, somewhere along the line, we'll wake up and learn the lesson to stop the negative experiences from repeating. And if we are truthful and honest with ourselves and create that healthy, abundantful approach to our lives, we only can attract it. So we know at the same time we need to seriously sit down and look at our belief systems. What is serving? What isn't servicing us in life? What is basically going against the grain? So if we can create that system that fits for us, remember, there is no limitations. There is nothing saying you can't have what your heart desires or wants, but it's also the way we go about it. It's also if we want to get from here to point B, we got to get on the bus or the train or the car from here to get to point B. We can't expect to get to point B without taking action. We can't expect to have something in our lives if we don't take that action. If we don't take that step, we don't acknowledge what we are wanting. So when we start acknowledging, we start creating an action. But if we're going to sit the whole time at point A and not get up and do something about it, we'll never get to point B, and then from point B to point C. And this is what the journey is about. It's traveling on different destinations, but we have to take a step in the direction we are wanting. It's the same if you want a friendship and you want a friend. You got to acknowledge that person. You got to reach out. So, people that complain they're lonely or they've been left behind, they must sit back and look, why are they lonely? Why have they been left behind? Have they taken the step to create what they want, that friendship, that relation, that acknowledgement of that person? What have they done? If somebody acknowledges it, in return, you continue with a further step and a further step. There's nothing more frustrating in life, sending something and acknowledging something, and somebody doesn't acknowledge. I agree, that is frustrating. Step back for a while, try again later. Maybe that person's just in a little bit of a bad space or dealing through something that we don't know.
Because we're all on our journey.
All on our journey. And the more we reach out, we will. But we also got to understand, from taking step A to step B, where there are different people involved, we have to meet halfway. And when we meet halfway, remember, we got to bring out what are we wanting, what are we looking for, but we got to have it within. We got to know what we're looking. And the moment we acknowledge that, we can look at things of value and see if it matches our value. But if it doesn't, it's okay to say thank you, but no thank you. It's okay to walk away. It's okay to change your mind. That's what life experience.
And the person that doesn't agree with you is not a bad person.
It's not a bad person. They got their view, they got their perception, they got their outlook, they got their journey. And look, I know people say universal timing, God's timing. Yes, God's got his timing. But remember, if you're at the bottom of the stairs and somebody's at the top of the stairs, you've got to walk up the stairs to get there. You can't always expect people to come down to you. But by people coming down, it means they're slipping down to where you are on the lower level. So if you want to get up to the top of the level, and that person standing there, you need to climb, you need to heal, you need to progress, you need to put your desires, you need to be your ones. So you're on the same level of that person. You need to be on the same level. You can't get engaged let's say, engage in friendship conversations with people on two different levels, it doesn't always work out. It's got to be the same level. The scale's got to be. And fear is more destructive and takes away so much joy in our lives. It's just as bad as doubt. So fear and doubt are on basically very similar levels, practically the same thing, because they are both destructive. They fall in destructive. And I feel a lot of times fear comes and doubt comes because people are scared of getting rejected. But it's not, but it's also when people say something, it's how we receive it. So when we receive things what people are saying, sometimes we overanalyze them, or just say, it's okay, it's fine, I'll come back later, or I'll try, or maybe it's not meant to be now. We don't. We're too busy at times trying to get our opinion, and we also got to be careful of our opinion at times, because sometimes we allow in negative emotions, negative opinions, and it can destroy something magnificent